Hello and welcome back. It's time for a project pan update for the Roulette pan collab. There are so many people doing this project. This was started by Rebecca and Alexi. I will link them in the description box. They also created a playlist of everybody doing it, so if you want to catch up on all the videos, the playlist will also be there. In addition to my project pan playlist and also my Pan That palette, I am doing a lot of project pans right now. This is a roulette style project. We're picking about 6 items at a time using random number generator. There is a list of 100 different categories. I'll put that list in the description box as well if you do want to see what all of the categories are. This is an exciting update because I am rolling out 5 out of my 6 products. 4 I did achieve my goal or finish them. One of them is just not working for me, so I'm going to be taking out of the project, which means I'm going to be picking 5 new items, which is pretty exciting. And yeah, let's just get started. All right, the only one that is staying in the project, this was number 49, a classic product, and I went with the Soft Glam palette, definitely classic and timeless for sure, and I am trying to hit pan on Dusty Rose. As you can tell, I do have other pans in this palette. I've had this one for quite a while. I am actually making pretty good progress on this. I'm using it a lot of days, combining it with other pink eyeshadows, other neutral eyeshadows. I use it on the lower lash line. I've used it in the crease. So definitely a dip is happening. I don't know that I can hit pan in the next month, but the finale is in January, so I'm hoping by then I will have pan on this color. It's one of my favorite eyeshadows in this palette, and this is one of my older palettes, and I still really love this one. Let me show you the one that I'm rolling out because it is just, it's not working. I don't love it. So this was the category number 46, something you own 2 backups of or dupes, and I have 2 brow pencils. This is the AOA brow pencil. I like the pencil itself. I just don't mind it, but I'm not a huge brow pencil person anymore because I much prefer to either use brow pomade or brow powder, or a lot of the times I just use eyeshadow, and if I'm really in a hurry, all I use is tinted brow gel. Today I am wearing brow pomade for a more intense brow look, but a lot of days I do my brows pretty lightly. And here's the thing, I've been using this, but it is at the exact same spot as the last update. I'm not sure how that's possible because I have used this, I'm guessing about 3 to 4 times a week. And in a month, there's no progress. But again, most days I very lightly fill in my brows. So I just figure I'm not a huge brow pencil person anyway. I'm not making much progress. Let's just take this out of the project. All right, let's get into the good stuff. One category was a perfume, and I had picked this mini by Salvatore Ferragamo, and I did finish it. And I talked about this also in my empties video that I really love this scent. It is sweet and floral, which are my favorite type of scents, but this does not last on me at all. Within an hour, I can't smell it. Therefore, I really did want to use it up. And I have mentioned I have the Mysteriosa version of this, and it's a bit deeper and it lasts all day. So that one is amazing. This is just not super long lasting, but yes, I'm happy that I finished this because I had this little minis sitting around for a while. I tend to not use my perfume minis, which is kind of sad because yeah, I usually forget about them. So yeah, I'm really happy this is done. Okay, here's an exciting one for the category, something silver or gold. I had picked the Sultry palette and I wanted to work on Cyborg, and I hit pan on it. It is a gorgeous silver eyeshadow. I love it. It is so beautiful, really pretty silver color. And I mentioned this at the last update, to make it less intense, because silver eyeshadow can be pretty intense, I would mix it with a champagne color from my Pan That palette. So I did that quite a few days, and some days I did wear it on its own. It's really beautiful. It almost looks like it has a slight purple shift to it. Really pretty color, one of my favorites in this palette, and as you can tell, I do have other pans in this palette. Still really love this one too. Alrighty, the next 2 are empties, which is amazing. The next one was for the category something you are best at panning, and I said lip gloss only because I have finished a lot of lip gloss this year because I've been reapplying it just sitting at home. And I finished one. Again, you may have seen this if you saw my monthly empties video. This is Colourpop Moonchild, And I did scrape this all out. It looks like there's stuff in there, but there's really not. I don't really take the stoppers out of lip gloss because it's kind of a mess. But I mentioned in another video, this used to be my favorite lip gloss of all time. And actually I have finished another one of these, but this Colourpop formula is no longer my favorite. I don't know if they changed the formula. They did change to a brush tip, which is another one of the reasons I don't love it, but I do feel like their luxe glosses are more smooth. And I have one other one in this style packaging that I'm working on in another project. Because yeah, I just want to finish them up. They're definitely not my favorite lip glosses anymore. And Colourpop lip products, I've noticed, expire really quickly, at least compared to other brands. I've had some that went bad even between 6 to 9 months. So this was still fine, and I have had this for like a year and a half, but I don't know. It just seems that their lip products are really hit or miss. I think particularly their liquid lipsticks expire very quickly, which is why I stopped buying those a long time ago. But anyway, I'm really happy I finished a gloss because my gloss collection really expanded this year. Therefore, I'm happy to be finishing some up. Alrighty, the last category I had was something that no one talks about. And I had picked the Tarte Found Sealer. I have a mini of this. And funny enough, I really never hear anybody talking about this, but when I talked about this at the last update, several of you guys said that it's actually a really nice foundation. And I must say, I agree. I really enjoyed using this. I used it on its own. And then also I mixed it in with my Becca foundation that I'm working on in another project. And another thing one of you guys said was that it is so satisfying how this little thing pushes all the way up so that you can see you've completely finished this up. I gotta say, I like that. That's a really nice type of packaging for a foundation, so you don't have to be, scraping it out. And I must say, I am impressed that they maintained the same style of packaging for a deluxe size product as they do for the full size. Pretty impressive. I don't think I would buy it though. I have a lot of favorite foundations that are from the drugstore, so it takes a lot for me to buy a high-end foundation, but I gotta say, it was nice. I enjoyed using it. And actually the color matched me pretty well. Let's see what this was. Fair Light Sand. Yeah, worked pretty well. Gotta say, pretty impressed, especially with the packaging, but I'm happy that I finished another foundation because I had several of these deluxe sizes that I ended up getting with gifts with purchase, and yeah, I'm glad that I'm using them up. Alrighty, I now have to pick 5 new categories, so I'm gonna go off camera, use the random number generator, pick out 5 things, and I will be back. Alrighty, and as I mentioned in my 12 Pants of Christmas intro, I am doing quite a few projects right now, and so I have to do usage on a lot of different things, and this is gonna be mostly usage because I just don't think I have enough time to finish many products in the next few months because I'm already working on so many. So again, this is going to be mostly usage. The first category I ended up with was a product that makes you feel like an artist. I thought this was really fun, and this is definitely the thing that came to mind, which is the Carity 21 Matte Palette. This is an all matte rainbow palette. There are a few neutral shades, but pretty bright and colorful, and I do feel like I can be really creative with this palette. And so this, I'm gonna just say 5 uses on this. I haven't done many bright colorful looks, I think because it's been fall and I've been more into the vampy tones like I am today, but I think it would be fun to do a couple bright looks. I do really enjoy colorful eyeshadows, so just gonna be 5 uses for this one. The next category I ended up with is a product category that you have multiples of. And I have quite a few highlighters. I have 30 something highlighters, and honestly, a lot of them look the same, a lot of champagne type colors. So I ended up going with this Kylie highlighter. This is in Ice Me Out. And actually, I really love this. This is a beautiful formula. It's very intense, but it's not glittery at all. This was something that's a free gift with purchase at Ulta a while ago, and I was surprised by how much I enjoy it. So my goal with this one is going to be 10 uses. The next category I thought was really funny, but I kind of had a hard time coming up with something, and that was something that you have a hard time pronouncing. And I wasn't really sure. I'm sure a lot of like the French brands I have, my pronunciation is not very good. However, I have no idea how you're supposed to say this brand's name. So it is Beauty Vault or is it Beauty Valte? But they don't have the accent over the E, so I really don't know. It's a little confusing, and I have 3 lip liners by them that I got in BoxyCharm, and I'm working on another lip liner by them in another project pan, and every time I say it, I'm like, I don't know. Is it Beauty Vault or Beauty Valte? So if you know, let us know. I ended up picking this color called Natty Nat, which is a red. Pretty intense red, and it's pretty much like a neutral red. I've never used this lip liner. I got it in BoxyCharm several months ago, but I do not wear red lips very often. So I thought holiday season is approaching. Let's wear some red lips. So my goal here is going to be just to use this 5 times. The next category I got was something that doesn't suit you. I thought this was pretty interesting. I do a lot of different colors and stuff like that. I experiment quite a bit with my makeup, but I gotta say, I don't think this gloss looks great on me. I love the Pat McGrath formula, and I bought 2 sets of the minis earlier this year, and this is the only one that I'm not that into, and I've only worn it 1 time. As you can tell, it's a chocolate brown color called Flesh 4. It's not quite as pigmented as it looks. Let me swatch it. Yeah, so it's definitely not quite as intense as it looks here, but the one time I wore it, I felt like my mouth just looked kind of dirty. So yeah, I don't think this color suits me. I do think it would look beautiful on a lot of people, but on me, didn't look great. But who knows, maybe I think, so this is just gonna be 5 uses also. So what I'm thinking is maybe I'll try to use this with different lipsticks or different lip liners, and maybe I can figure out a way that I like it more. I absolutely love this formula, but yeah, just this color I don't think is great for me. And the last new category was something that you are close to finishing up but forget to use. This one was a little bit hard. I didn't have anything exactly that matched to this category, but what I ended up picking was this Hourglass Foundation Mini. As I mentioned, I ended up with several foundation minis from a few orders from like a month and a half ago, and there's not much product in this. I've only used it twice, but I mean, there's not that much in there. I feel like I could finish this. So even though, I mean, I haven't used it a whole lot, I just feel like, yeah, there's just not a ton of product in this. The 2 times I used it, I actually really liked it. And this is something I considered purchasing in the full size for a very long time, because I gotta say, it is one of the most hyped up foundations on YouTube. People really seem to love this. And the color I ended up with was Shell, which actually seems to match me pretty well from the 2 times that I wore it. So this one I am going to try to finish. So yeah, this is going to be the only new product that I'm actually trying to finish up, but there's not a ton there. And as I said, I don't like to have these little deluxe sizes lying around. That is it for this update. I'm pretty excited about my progress. I'm really excited to be rolling in 5 new items, but I just had to do usage on most of them because I'm working on so many other projects right now. But I think that's a really nice way to rotate through your collection. And yeah, I think it's a whole lot of fun. So as I mentioned, I will link the creators and the playlist and the categories. All of that will be in the description box. That is it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.